Welcome to LegalEye's Thought Leadership video series. I'm Jim Leffler, and today we're going to talk about how law firms can improve realization through better compliance with clients' billing guidelines. Since every adjustment reduces realization, getting a handle on them goes a long way towards setting realistic expectations on billed and realized revenue, and of course, profitability and cash flow. Now looking at this invoice, we see an 81% realization on a billable amount of $48,000. Prior to this invoice being issued, partner review of all charges reduces a billable amount by 4%. But client adjustments reduce the billable amount by another 15% due to real or perceived non-compliance with their billing guidelines. This is where we'll focus. If we look at these adjustments, we see there are 30 of them, totaling $7,300. We're always trying to separate the critical few transactions from the trivial many, and in this case, it's tempting to limit the critical few to the 2 adjustments for $2,700. But what about the other 28 adjustments totaling $4,600? The trivial many still add up to a non-trivial amount. And just how trivial is trivial? We can start by looking at anything over $250. That yields 6 adjustments totaling $1,700. What about 200? There are 9 adjustments that cost $2,400. What if we challenged anything over 150? Over 100? At what point are we satisfied? And while you're doing all of that, how much is it costing? There's the time and effort involved and the opportunity cost of not billing on other matters or marketing the firm. Continually going back and forth in a proverbial tennis match about this charge and that charge with the client can only hinder the relationship. And even if you get some adjustments back, what happens next month? You start all over again with a fresh new batch of new adjustments. Instead, focus on the critical few root causes regardless of amount. Choose a client and go back several months. First, categorize adjustments starting with the adjustment code, but also look at them in terms of line item description, activity code, timekeeper, and other dimensions. Second, analyze each of the adjustments by comparing them to the client's billing guidelines. Third, identify root causes and quantify their costs. Now you're in position to develop and prioritize solutions. So what we've done here is simply followed those steps and reorganized the adjustments into root cause categories. Curing the root causes in the first 2 categories will involve collaborating with the client by either clarifying vague billing guidelines or identifying the reasons for their inconsistent application. But note the difference here. Although we're showing data for just one invoice, consider the impact of performing this analysis for all invoices for a client over several months and sharing those specific root causes with them. Now, it's no longer a tennis match between you and the client about this charge and that charge month after month. Instead, you have evidence and support to make your business case to the client for solutions that will help minimize future adjustments. The latter 2 categories are those that can be easily addressed internally. The firm's timekeeping procedures can be improved, for example, if line item descriptions are either too vague or too detailed. Perhaps additional training is warranted for certain timekeepers. Rather than chasing the high dollar amounts, curing root causes address any number of adjustments regardless of amount. What's more, you don't have to start all over again the next month. Remember, this month's $60 adjustment may be $600 next month. And equally important, you'll strengthen your client relationship. Once you minimize the activities that drive client adjustments, you can improve realization and strengthen your client relationships. For more information on this topic or how our team of experts might be of service, please visit LegalEyeROI.com or email me directly. Thanks for watching, and stay in control.